According to reports, Victor Gyökeres could still want to join Man United. According to reports, he does want to join Man United if Man United can stump up a fee of 70 million euros, significant outgoings needed. Man United fans, we need to be realistic. Stop shopping in dreamland. Stop having too high of an expectation and understand where the club is. And understand that we're massive. And understand that if we get Victor Gyökeres, 20... Nah. See, you lot thought I was going to do it. You lot think they're going to reel me in. You lot think they're going to reel us in. Well, they are if we can afford it. They are if we can afford it. Victor. It's very important that we have level-headed with this. I'll be honest, it's very important. But if we can do it, make it happen. Make it happen. Sell who you need to sell. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Ineos, all you... Sir Dave Brailsford, you've gone back to cycling, yeah? Jason Wilcox, you stepped up. Show the Man United fans, Jason, that you are the right man. Secure the funds for Victor. Do it. Because if we end up with Victor Osimhen, Brian and Brumo, and Matheus Cunha, I'm not going to say Man United are back, because that would be stupid and reckless of me. I'm not going to say Man United are going to win the league, because that would be stupid and reckless of me. But I will say we're going to be an astonishing team. That's what we're going to be. Jason, make it happen. Please. But yeah, today we saw that Ben Jacobs and some other reports have claimed that if Man United can find 70 million euros, right, they could get Victor Gyökeres to the club. And he also said that it's not dependent on Champions League. And you know what? Because, listen, I don't want to get what Ben said wrong. He said if Man United can find a way to pay a 70 million euro fee for Gyökeres, he would be keen to reunite with Ruben Amorim, even without Champions League football. Outgoings will play a major part, of course. My understanding is that Victor Gyökeres would be very keen on a move to Man United if they can pull that off, financially speaking. Now, I've been very measured, as KG could say, I've been very measured in making sure that we stay down here. We don't get carried away with ourselves. We're 15th. We finished 15th. We're not 15th anymore. We finished 15th. We're a terrible team. We need to restabilise and understand where we are. We don't have Champions League football. But what have we learned in these early days, early week of the transfer window? We've learned that Man United is still an attractive destination for some players. Now, Victor Gyökeres can take his pick for a lot of top teams. He can, you know. Arsenal are looking at the likes of him and Benjamin Sesko. It looks like they're more trying to get Benjamin Sesko over the line. He's younger. They might see more value in that. There's talks about Napoli being interested in Victor Gyökeres, and there's talks about Atletico Madrid being involved in a deal for, or being interested, should I say, in Victor Gyökeres, and maybe some that haven't arrived yet. But the longer it goes where Victor Gyökeres hasn't, you know, gone to Arsenal or, you know, in talks of Inter and Napoli, etc. Guys, there's a chance. There's a chance. Now, it may come at the cost of, yeah, you can't change the goalkeeper now, and you can't change this, and you can't change that. But if we're honest, if what Ben Jacobs says is right, and even if you take what Ben Jacobs says out of it, if Victor Gyökeres doesn't get the move he might have wanted to the Premier League somewhere else, there is that Amorim factor. Amorim can entice him. Ruben can say, listen, bro, I got Mbooms, Mbwems, Fleck Buemo. I got Matheus Cunha. We kept Bruno. I need you up front. Return us back to the Champions League. Come and rebuild Man United. Now, listen, rival fans will say we're deluded. And actually, not just rival fans. Even our own fans who got a bit more calm in nature about me right now. But I'm sorry, I think we'll probably all agree on this. if we can get Victor Gyökeres, I believe, especially with the signing of Mbeumo and Cunha through the door, I believe we have to do everything to get him. Everything possible. If that means, and listen, maybe I'm flip-flopping here because I was saying how much we need a 6. We need a 6. We do, especially with Bruno probably having to play a little bit further back now because Cunha and Mbeumo are here largely. Well, I say Mbeumo's here. We don't know that yet, but it looks like he's on his way in. If that happens, then, you know, I can see Bruno playing further back. And for me, that pivot of Ugarte and him, Ugarte and Casemiro, Ugarte and Kobe and Bruno, Kobe and Casemiro, Bruno and Casemiro. Nah, not for me. So that's a problem. But if you're going to say to me for a season, you're going to bring us Victor Gyökeres and change that front three, Ahmad right wing back, do it. If that means Onana has to stay, it might mean he has to stay. Sometimes there's things, but if we can get Victor Osimhen, Victor Gyökeres, I'm sorry, it just has to be done. Ready-made, shooter, strong, powerful, quick, knows where the back of the net is, lick shot from any angle, no backlift, boom, boom, boom. With the creativity of Bruno, the creativity and work rate and quality of Matheus Cunha, and hopefully Brian Mbeumo. Jason Wilcox, you know what to do, my friend. You bring him now. But listen, we still can't get too carried away. I know for the last few minutes, this is basically what I've just done. I've just got carried away. I get that. But that's because there's a glimmer of hope until there isn't. Until there isn't, we have to assume that it could be on the cards. Now, the only thing that we do need to, not the only thing, one of the main things we need to consider are these outgoings, though. We need significant outgoings, because if Marcus Rashford digs his heels in, or we can only secure another loan and it don't work, if Sancho, because obviously he's coming back, if he, you know, no one wants to pay his big wages and he ain't going to take a pay cut, he's made that very clear with his decision to not take one at Chelsea. So if we can't move him on without another loan with option and some kind of rubbish, if we can't free up enough wages and get money in, then we're not going to be able to get Victor Gyökeres. We're not going to be able, and forget Victor Gyökeres, we're not going to be able to get a bunch of other players, if we're being honest. So regardless of Victor Gyökeres, we need to sell players. So we're looking at Anthony, what's going on there? We need to secure a permanent move for him. We need to secure, I saw there was some reports that Erik ten Hag, please, you know what I mean, take your boy back, bro. You brought him from Amsterdam Ajax, you brought him from Ajax to Man United, didn't work out. He's gone to Spain. Now, Erik, you are at Bayern Leverkusen. Bring him. You believe in him, don't you? Maybe something can be done there, but Plettenberg said he's just on the list. Garnacho, what's going on there? How much can you get for him? Is that a definite? It looks like he's certainly going to leave. So those 4 players, Garnacho and Anthony, Sancho and Rashford, they're the main ones. Of course, we don't know what's going to happen with Rasmus Højlund as well. If you can get some money with him going to back into Serie A, get a light 30, or even if you can get an obligation, well, what do obligations mean after the Sancho thing? But, you know, we can not put it on this year's books. There's a chance. Get creative. And I'll say what I said in response to all these Sir Jim interviews and like all the cuts and stuff, right? Man United and the decision makers in EOS have been very creative and very cutthroat and ruthless with how they've, you know, slashed jobs, cost cut, reduced the running costs of Man United, etc., etc. All whilst announcing a new stadium, by the way. I need them to be as ruthless, as cutthroat, as imaginative as they were with that, as they need to be in getting players out. I need them to be that as ruthless as that, because I don't want to hear how they can't move this player on, they can't do that. These outgoings need to be significant, really, really, really significant. So watch this space, man. Let me know. Do we dare to just get a little bit excited? Not yet. We shouldn't, because until there's contact or until there's something, until there's sales, we can't. But the thought is there. The principle is there. And we need to go for it. We need to be doing all we can to go for it. Smash a like on the video, people. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. I am out of here. Take care.